Good evening, and welcome to the 22nd Honor Walk ceremony at Centre College. We are so pleased that you are here. Hope you're having a great weekend so far. We trust that the weather's going to be okay, which is so fun to be outside at Centre College with such a beautiful campus. Looking forward to this evening and a wonderful program tomorrow. So thanks for being here with these incredible class of 2024 graduates. This is a wonderful tradition at Centre where we ask the graduating class to thank folks who have had a big impact on them, either getting here in their first stage of life, or while they're here, or who's helping them launch into what comes next. So many of our graduates will be walking through this door with folks who mean a lot to them, and we look forward to seeing them come through and knowing how much all of you have meant to their lives. But without further ado, I am going to turn it over to one of those graduates to make a welcome on behalf of the student body and the graduating seniors. Haley Finch, our outgoing Student Government Association president. Come on up, Haley.
Thank you, President Moreland. I'd like to first extend a welcome to my classmates, to faculty and staff, and to all families, friends, and alumni who are with us today. This right here is the first of many markers of the hard work we have done and what we as a class have endured. In my Charles Dickens class this past semester, we stumbled upon a quote in Great Expectations that has stuck with me ever since I first read it. "Life is made of so ever many partings welded together. Divisions among such must come and must be met as they come." When I was thinking of what to say tonight, I felt like there were a few quotes that could better encapsulate the bittersweetness of what Honor Walk is. The passage of time and our separation from others is ultimately inevitable. But what I want to point out about this quote is that the speaker who says this in Great Expectations is a blacksmith. And if you know anything about metalwork, partings are the pieces of metal that inevitably get molded together to fit as part of a chain link. Honor Walk is about partings, about closing the door to this chapter of our lives, but by its nature, it is also about our connection to others. Those that we become molded by, ultimately linking us to one another for the rest of our lives. These relationships are the backbone of Centre College and the liberal arts. You are here tonight because someone has made an impact on you. As you honor those that have gotten you where you are today, I encourage all of you to consider giving back to Centre in some way. That can mean financially, but it can also mean through mentorship, through employment, or through keeping the spirit of our Centre Deer alive. The philanthropy of those around us has made the Centre experience possible for so many of us and for future generations to come. I am now honored to share that the senior class gift total is $2,020.73. Congratulations, class of 2024, not only on graduating, but on paying it forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Haley. And thanks to everyone who pays it forward. One of the interesting things about being a nonprofit and being a private college that cares deeply about relationships and about having faculty and staff here who care deeply about your students is that most of what we do here is because people pay forward and give back. And that's an opportunity for us always to thank those, like the seniors, who are already paying forward. So I appreciate that. It is how we build our buildings. It is how we keep up our facilities, and it is a big part of how we pay our people to come in every day and be a big part of what we say the Centre community is. So Thanks to all who have paid forward, paid back, and provide an opportunity for future students to come to this incredible college. The students have a group, the Senior Advancement Committee, who is leading the charge with this particular class, and we appreciate those who volunteered to be part of that Senior Advancement Committee. As we started this semester, we had a celebration on the other side of this building in Benefactors Plaza, where we honor folks who have given to this college to make it the great school that it is. At that time, we talked about this ceremony, and that was a long time ago, back in September. It was a moment where we talked about the talents that they will give out tonight. The students will give to those who have had a major impact on their lives. And so I'm grateful that you have now come, those who have had this impact, and I'm grateful for our students for showing their opportunity here to thank you for what you've done, for faculty, for staff, for parents, for grandparents, for friends. Thank you for being part of their lives. I want our students to give you a bit of a round of applause right now. Thanks for being here. And now, as we start the program, Dina and I are going to stand right over here, and Blue will shake your hand, and we will too, after you come out the door. But seniors, the junior marshals along the walkway will start giving some instructions, and you and your guests can make your way to the back of Old Center to Benefactors Plaza. You'll be introduced, and you will walk right out here and give your talent to your incredible people, and then come over and shake our hands, and we will roll through a whole lot of amazing people tonight. So let's get started.
Emma Rose Vincent, honoring Laura Grace Vincent. Lauren Dome, honoring Jeffrey Herring. Shelby Wohlwinder, honoring Tom Wohlwinder. Caleb Jones, honoring Scotty and Lori Jones. Noelia Caballero Irazabal, honoring Lucia Aja Lopez. Samantha Rogers, honoring Jackie Rogers. Brian Graves, honoring Richard Graves. Sam Landaverde, honoring Maritza Landaverde. Monica Yusufovich, honoring Melina Nedick. Jacqueline Mullins, honoring Patsy Godwin. Ben Justice, honoring Susan Clyburn Arnold. Cindy Zamaripa, honoring Virginia Robbins Bug and Gary Bug. Ashley Guerrero, honoring Jamie Powell. Kathleen Beebe, honoring Susan Beebe. John Beebe, honoring Aaron Godlaski. Kaylee Boyles, honoring Kimberly Boyles. Buckley Sparks, honoring Michelle and Keith Sparks. Drew Perkins, Stella Ullman, and Sharon Mega, all honoring Prayat Pudel. Tanner Ray, honoring Matthew Pierce. Kavli Sheth and Sarah Feropoulos, both honoring Dr. Shauna Sippy. Mia Bridenstine, honoring Dr. Michael Hamilton. Avi Leffler, honoring Alice Leffler. John Graham, honoring John and Leah Graham. Anya Westfall, honoring Giovanna DeAndre. Lily Game, honoring Julie and John Game. Allison Storms, honoring Sean and Deanna Storms. Haley Finch, honoring Katie Booth. Jacob Harper, honoring Rochelle Harper. Kara Frankie, honoring Chris and Susan Frankie. Christina Jeffers, honoring Rich and Tara Jeffers. Jordan Zach, honoring Carrie and Tony Zach. Natalie Loper, honoring Karen Loper. MJ Arnold, honoring Mark and Roz Arnold. Lily Giles, honoring Tracy Giles. Ayana Onyan, honoring Jessica Chisley. Arthur Jenkins, also honoring Jessica Chisley. Sophia Fisher Cassiol, honoring Andrew Hitron. Garner Tidings, honoring Cassandra and Kevin Tidings. Audrey Marshall, honoring Jennifer and Steve Marshall. Margaret Butts, honoring Abby Liggins. Lucy Basehart, honoring Brian and Sydney Basehart. Lydia Rice, honoring Danny and Vicki Rice. Abby Duncan, honoring Dion and Darren Duncan. Fancy. Luke Payne, Ashton Whitt, and Caden Hewitt, all honoring Dr. Bruce Rodenborn. Jesse Strader, honoring Dr. Christian Wood. Carly Renison and Haley Watson, both honoring Tori Carlson. Colton Wessel, honoring Gerald and June Lanham. Bryce Hendrick, honoring Debbie and Keith Hendrick. Stephen Rout, honoring Robert Rout. Renee Dozer and Maya Sudbrook, honoring Jeff Feeberg. Owen Porter, honoring Jimmy Gilchrist. Nadiva Quay, honoring Sylvia Quay. Patrick Nelson, honoring Dr. John Wilson. Anna Schupert, Gray Rabani, and Megan Owens, all honoring Lisa Owens. Anne Elizabeth Huffaker, honoring Annie Sostock. Carter Blessing, honoring Macy Dukes. Mia Tomillo, honoring Taylor Horde. Andrew Jones and Trenton Duper, both honoring Andy Fry. Zach Reiners, honoring Robert Couch. Nicholas Osterman, honoring John and Ellen Osterman. Connor Hall, honoring Dolores Hall. Jackson Prather, honoring Claudette Prather. Brooke Palmer, honoring Keith Palmer. Gloria Lwin, honoring Jennifer Mosica. Roma Desai and Margaret Corbett, both honoring Dr. Aaron Wachter. Olivia Elwell, honoring Deborah Elwell. Dallas Douglas, honoring Rachelle Douglas. Nick Perez, honoring Yvonne Perez. Elizabeth Briles, honoring Zach Klobnik. Piper Kesey, honoring Nathan Link. Natalie Middleton and Luke Campbell, both honoring Daniel Bird Tobin. Ella Trinan, honoring Wendy and Andy Trinan. Meredith Walker, honoring Grace Crawford. Eleanor Davis, honoring Beth Davis. Ella Birch, honoring Kelly Birch. Harold Taylor, honoring Mark Teixeira. Michelle Taylor, accepting on his behalf. Molly Salmons, honoring Karen Gill. Sarah Kirtland, honoring Katie Ann Skogsberg. Noah Scott, honoring William Bailey. Jeremy Oligus, honoring Ray and Laura Oligus. Allison Carr, honoring Tasha Singleton. Madeline Jordan, honoring Johnny and Danny Jordan. Joseph Falcon, honoring Jamie Powell. Lila Lamoody, honoring Peter Hafner. Maddie Stanton, honoring Dwayne and Tammy Stanton. David Kirshner-Leon, honoring Sky and Maria Kirshner. Keaton Martin, honoring Cindy Greenwood. Mary Margaret Bryant, honoring Sherry Smith. Morgan Wilson, honoring David Hall. Andrew Huff, honoring Missy Huff. Helen Driver, honoring John Driver. Kai Otto and Nate Matthews, both honoring Dean Brownlee. Yunus Moga, honoring Anthony Margita. John Bingaman and Lucy Swenson, honoring Andrea Margita. Ibrahim Albusi, honoring Amos Hor. Mason Boone and Brenna Hammond, both honoring Melissa Burns Casato. Carly West, honoring Jan Wirtz. Lauren Fouch, honoring Amy Mink. Lauren Watson, honoring Peggy Ritchie. Gray Morris, honoring James Boucher. Mushiri Kawai, honoring Robert Shelkoff. Estefania Solorio, honoring Isabel and Armando Solorio. Caroline Schoening, honoring Mark Galatowicz. Will Reynolds, honoring Amanda Falk. Ian Sexton, honoring Martha Little. Kristen Bloat and Caroline Smith, both honoring Ellen Pruszinski. Samuel Brunner, honoring Lori Brunner. Jessica Inman, honoring Mike and Maureen Inman. Megan Sidaway, honoring Amy Sidaway. Greer Manger, Madison Tremblay, and Lindsay Bond, all honoring Kat Ray King and Cooper. Alexandra Scheite, honoring Bruce Johnson. Will Lovell, honoring Chris Morgan. Rebecca Tanis, honoring Cheryl Burton. Jeff Foster, Spencer Berry, and Alice Goff, all honoring Drew Morris. Idri Matos Dominici, Mark Venn, Sharika Bird, John Diaz, and Brianna Alper, all honoring Jennifer Getz. Colby Kinzer and Aaron O'Leary, both honoring Jesse Wiesner. David Schneider, honoring Tammy Schneider. Aiden Isaac, honoring John Harney. Andrea Searcy, honoring John and Angie Searcy. Riley Bentley, honoring Rachel Hensley. Davis Jones, honoring Dr. Johan van Niekerk. Cherise Sutherland, honoring Natalie Williams. Hannah Burt, honoring Elizabeth Siegler. Kaylin Storms, honoring Lisa Storms. Katie Rose Paconi, honoring Thomas Paconi. Aoi Kamayama, honoring June Kamayama. Luke Watkins, honoring Elizabeth Watkins. Roxana Popa, Eleanor Grubbs, Allie Grace Fleeman, and Levi Chandler, all honoring Rick Axtell. Michael Curran, honoring Stephanie Dew. Temi Hastrup, honoring Tofunmi Hastrup. Kirsten Bryant, honoring Jason Bryant. Gracie Falk, honoring Nicole Ellen. Natalie Duggins, honoring Wendy Austin. Alexandra Shelley, honoring Mary and Bill Shelley. Megan Speth, honoring Molly Speth. Abigail Jameson, honoring Alex Jameson. Jose Bibiano and Kat Cox, both honoring Vanessa Song. Gavin Fields, honoring Shane and Mary Fields. Madison Trin, honoring Missy and Harry Trin. Jill Wen, honoring Tween and Dot Wen. Gloria Ramos, honoring Claudia and Ramon Grande Ramos. Nikki Malecki, honoring Nada Malecki. Ethan Humphreys, honoring Rachel and Marty Humphreys.
Dr. Sachi, we kind of flip it over. I'm honoring Dr. Sachi. She's accepting, and she's accepting by her. Okay. Makes sense?
Annabelle Justice, honoring Jill Justice. Joao Victor Azevedo, honoring Dr. Sati Echeverria, accepted by Linda Mintier. Mrinali Damuluri, honoring Sirisha and Venkat Damuluri. William Leach, honoring the late Coach David Jones, David's family accepting on his behalf. Sam Adams, honoring Katrine Barr. Joey Deschler, honoring Azita Osanlu. Grace Malone, honoring Janine and Joseph Malone. Ella Baumgarten, honoring Jeffrey and Kathy Baumgarten. Abby Wolverton, honoring Josie Grace Mudd. Conlon Beck and Andrew Thole, both honoring Tara Strach. Anya Hartman, Preston Dickerson, and Charlie the Great, all honoring Michael Bradshaw. Jason Wong, honoring Hippo Wong. John Phelps, honoring Beth and Billy Phelps. Joseph Beckerer, honoring Edmund and Monica Beckerer. Kyle Hankins and Riley Fowler, both honoring Jeffrey Heath. Annalise Weedman and Eleanor Bailey, both honoring Sarah Eggy. Ethan Hanna, honoring Scott Hanna. John Craddock, honoring Margaret Craddock. Robert Bush, honoring Beth and Rob Bush. Griffin Batson, honoring Christine Batson. Sophie Hudkins, honoring Barrett Hudkins. Riley Wagoner and Macy Dukes, both honoring Jean Fay. Hannah Pauley, honoring Maddie Stanton. Braden French, honoring Patton Mahler. Kelly Netchie, accepting on her behalf. Lana Amudi and Taylor Broder, both honoring Eva Kadavid. Fernanda Scharfenberger, honoring Maria Scharfenberger. Avery Duchel, honoring Taylor Duchel. Jorge Trejo Fernandez, honoring Alejandro Trejo Yinerses Fernandez. Dylan Croft, Ben Zickel, Graham Robbins, and Trey Schwab, all honoring Grant Zimmerman. Ryder Knowlton, honoring Phil Javira. Nate Malubai, honoring Nick Malubai. Samuel Carlson, honoring Peter Lynch. Gavin Holt, honoring Maylee Inouye. Isabella Nelson, Lauren Hodge, Rachel Stowe, and Trey Fairbairn, all honoring Rob Seebacher. Claire Edelin, honoring Jeffrey Shenton. This concludes our Honor Walk ceremony.